The chapter 3, light and the camera. For a police photographer to constantly successful photograph, he must understand the basic optical principles underlying how the camera works, the type of lens and hiding equipment to utilize, the film speed or digital settings to use in a particular situation, as well as the advantage and drawbacks of different camera formats. By becoming familiar with the controls on the camera, the photographer will be more able to concentrate on the composition and lighting of its photograph. So, ang police photographer, dapat siya consistently mahimo bilang isang photographer nga dapat i-sabton ang mga basic optical principles, kung saan ang pagpicture sa usa ka situation, o unsa pag-utilize ang, for example, ang video sa lagi na siya speed or digital setting, and o pagbuhat sa mga particular nga advantage sa mga different camera nga pwede i-apply or format. Light is the very essence and the basic substance of photography. It is important to understand how light behaves and how lens form into images in order to gain a broader view of, the possibilities of photography. So, ang light, usa kini siya ka importante pod nga ma-apply sa usa ka photographer kay para masabtan niya ang unsa ang light, no, ang unsa kamayo ang image sa usa ka example sa mga ebidensya nga kailangan picturean. So we tend to take light for granted even when it light that enables us to view a world through our eyes. Light is that enables our eyes to see. The sound enables our ears to hear, and flavor enables our tongue to taste. In Langford basic photography, visible light is defined as a stream of energy radiating away from the sun or similar radiant source with important characteristics. Langford, Fox, Smith, and 2010. So, in Langford's basic photography, light is naga-defined as energy sa gikan sa adlaw. So kini ang light are radiant gikan sa sun nga pwede siya makaiwag na sa usa ka picturanan station. So light behaves that moves in waves like ripples crossing the surface of water. Variation in wavelength give us the sensation of different colors. So ang light naga-behaves it different moves like waves, ripples crossing the surface of water. Variation in wavelength give on our eyes sensation of different colors. So, light travels in a straight line within uniform substance or medium. It can be seen the light beams shaft of sunlight and the way the shadow fall. So ang light travel, no, in a straight line, nani siya sa ka uniform substance or medium, nga makita ang light beams and shaft of sunlight and the way the shadow fall. Light moves at great speed approximately 3,000 kilometer or 1,000 or 186,000 miles per second through a vacuum of space. It moves less than fast in air and slightly slower, still denser substance as a water or glass. So, ang light moves at a great speed. Ang kahayag daw naga-move siya great speed, approximately 3,000 or 1,186 kilometers per miles per second through the vacuum. Light also behave as if it consists of energy particles or photons. These blades dice cause chemical changes in film and electronic response. In digital camera sensory, the more intense the light and more protons it contains. So the light also is naka-conscious po sa energy, particle of photons, and these blades cause chemical changes in films and electronic response. And ang uban nag-intend siya sa light and more photons it contains. So makita diri sa figure 3.1, the path of light. So John Hidsku 2005 explained the path of light in the photography by starting with the subject and light source. Light rays reflected from the subject of the photo are transmitted through a glass lens at the front of the camera of form latent image of the film. A lens consists of convex disc of ground and polished glass that reflect the widening light rays traveling away from every point of the subject. Light is prevented from reaching the film by a shutter until your chosen moment for exposure. The point at which the lens focuses these rays, the focal plane, coincides with the position of the film which when the lens is correctly focused. The focal plane is where the rays of light refracted by the lens coverage to form a sharp, upside-down image. Light traveling from different distance from the camera with varying degree or refraction to focus at the focal plane. So, a focusing mechanism moves the lens towards or away from the position of the film, and focal plane coincide with the lens is correctly focused. So, mao ni siya ang mga bali na explain ni John Hidsku nga nag-starting ang light to rays reflected the subject or the katong mga picturanan yung mga butang, no. So mo na yung mga yung na establish pod or na invented niya kaning lens, diaphragm, shutter, kung gyud sa ni siya pag gihimo nga kanang tarong siya nga pagka picture or shutter nga na siya kahayag. Two main source of light. Number one is the natural light. This refers to the light coming from the sun, which is generally utilized for outdoor photography, or light that comes to existence without the intervention of man. Light produced by the sun, including direct sunlight, the soft light, and a shadow light that bounces of reflecting surface. Moonlight reflected from the sun and the starlight are all sources of natural light. So the light is usa pod sa nakakuan sa light is what we call the sun. Kay ang example ganiya sa na shadow, so sa light ito siya gikan, which is generally utilized or outdoor photographer. For example, kanang nasa gawas ang usa ka krimen, siyempre hayag mo na siya, dako po kay katabang sa sun, so kay makatag siya light or para maklaro ang usa ka butang nga kailangan imbestigahan. Napasabili light produced by the sun, including direct sunlight, so the soft light and a shadow. So light bounce off a reflecting surface, moonlight reflecting from the sun, and starlight are all source of natural light. Daylight photography depends as much on the quality of the daylight as its strength. The quality of daylight is combination of contrast and color, temperature of color of the day. So, sa daylight photography, so nagadepende ra po siya kung unsa ka quality of the day, kung unsa ang temperature, kumbaga, para maka-create siya or ang different color siya nga combination, na siya nang hanap or light siya kayo itungod sa mga different day or different temperature sa adlaw-adlaw nga kahayag. So natural light can be classified according to its intensity. Letter A is bright light, a lighting condition where an object in open space casts a deep uniform shadow. In bright light, the subject will produce strong shadow because the source of light is not covered by clouds. In the black and white photography, the object of subject look contrastly. So the bright light amo ni siyang condition lighting whereon kanang hayag gyud siya pagka light, no, kanang walay bitay, kanang walay disturbo nga kuan, kanang dili siya black or it's look like white, hazy light, a lighting condition wherein the object in open space casts a transparent shadow. In hazy sunlight, the sun is covered by the clouds and shadow appears bluish because of the decrease of the light falling on the subject in open space. The shadow cast is the transparent to the eye and more details are visible under the lighting condition. And then bright sunlight, when the sunlight is obscured by a light clouds, the intensity of the direct light falling on a subject in open space is decreased, and the effect the light coming from the sky becomes stronger. That shadow appears from bluish that in bright sunlight. So ang hazy light is the mga condition kung asa ang open space or open situation, dire nakakuha ng shadow magikan sa sun. So about the hazy sunlight, the sun is covered by the clouds, so bali na tabunan siya sa mga clouds, and shadow upper bluish because of the decrease of the light. So na di kay ni siya ingon nga hayag kayo kay kini natabunan og clouds and shadow nga maka appear sa bluish because dahil sa gamay ang kahayag nga maka nga makaigo sa usa ka object nga kailangan picturean. Letter C is dull light, a lighting condition wherein the object in open space casts no shadow. In dull sunlight, the sun is totally covered by thick clouds. No shadow are formed due to the uniform illumination of light around the subject in open place. So kini di para sa hazy light nga di kay sa ingon nga hayag, pero ang kani nga light, kani nga light is open siya, open space cast to siya, no, walay reflection of light, no, walay shadow nga makatabon. So it is kuan kanang totally covered by thick kanang nipis lang siya nga clouds, no shadow, walay walay kanang makalapos nga mga kahayag or form due to the uniform illumination and light around the subject is open space, siya. Number two is the artificial light. This refers to man-made source of light used for utilized for indoor photography to align the adverse condition. It is also utilized to align to hazy or dull light in outdoor photography. So ang artificial light is nagarefer ni siya sa ginahimo ra sa usa ka photographer source of light. Bali nagadepende ra siya sa photographer kung unsa niya pag picture ang usa ka butang nga ma-utilize align the hazy or dull light at the outer sa gawas sa usa ka sitwasyon nga kuan kanang sample kanang source of artificial light. Letter A, continuous duration, fluorescent lamps, incandescent lamps or tungsten light, photo flood lamps, infrared lamp, ultraviolet lamp. Letter B, short duration, plus bulbs, chemical plus lamp, plus cubes, plus bar, X cube, and electronic flash. So mo ni siya ang the source of artificial light. So that's all. Thank you.